Hello everyone, it's me again. Hopefully you can hear me and you'll let me know in the chat thing if you can. A slightly different thing this time. This time we're doing a bit of testing. I hope this thing's working. I've not done a stream for a while. Mostly just do pre-recorded videos in my lunchtime. But I thought I'd do a kind of live stream as such. Hopefully the audio is working. Good. Hello Dan, how are you? Hello Sleepy. Good. I'll tell you what, I could just do this for a little bit. Hello. It is night time. I know it looks incredibly bright, but it is night. Everyone's in bed, which is why I'm trying to speak a little bit lower, because the family are asleep. But I thought we'd do a little bit of testing while they're asleep, while they're in bed. Do a bit of stuff right now. So welcome. Feel free to ask questions while I'm doing this, because I've got the chat up and so I can see it, so that's good. But yeah, let me know if you get any questions and I'll try and answer them if I can, or other clever people in the chat will answer as well. There's some good friendly faces in there. Bill and Esnix. Hey, I enjoyed your videos recently, Esnix. Been watching a couple of those recently. They're good. Right. Especially the installing stuff on old computers. That's my bag as well. So all that kind of stuff. Hello, Paul. Hello, Bruce. 3 o'clock in Arizona, and I bet it's boiling hot, isn't it, Bruce? Shall I get off my face? I don't mean off my face in that way. I mean, you know what I mean. So yesterday, I talked a bit about Ubuntu flavors in this video that I did yesterday. We talked about the fact that it's a good thing to test all the flavors. And so I thought today we could pick a flavor and try it out, give it a test run. Hello, Vin. Hello, Alan. And I thought the best way to do this would be if I just made a list of all the flavors. You remember I pointed to where you could get the list of flavors down here, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So there's 7 flavors. I downloaded all of them. So in a terminal, I have a folder called ISOs. I love this utility. NCDU is just one of my favorite things ever. And so there's Ubuntu, which we're not going to do today. That's like stock, GNOME, this thing. We're going to do one of the flavors. So maybe more than one if we get time. So we've got Ubuntu Mate, Kubuntu, Ubuntu Studios, Ubuntu, Chillin, Budgie, Lubuntu. There's no importance to this order. They're sorted by size. So it's just the fact that the ISO for Ubuntu Mate is bigger than the ISO for Lubuntu. And actually, I think I've got 2 copies of Mate in there. Yes, I have. I've got yesterday's and today's. I think I did that for all of them, just in case, today's broke. I could go back to yesterday's and see if that works, or vice versa. I think the Ubuntu one I've only got one. When I downloaded today's one wasn't ready. So I've just got this little script that I run called get ISO to get them. You could use something like ZSync. If you're going to repeatedly get it, use ZSync, because that places less load and it does delta downloads and stuff. So yeah, or ZSync, I guess you Americans would call it. And if you go into the CD image server and you pick any one of these directories, there should be a ZSync. Yeah, there's a ZSync file in there, and I think you point ZSync at the file and it downloads the deltas or something. I don't often use it, actually, to be honest. So someone else would have to point to documentation for ZSync. There's probably some documentation somewhere linked off of, somewhere here. So I made a list of those flavors, and I wasn't sure which one to pick. So we can use random.org to pick for us. I think that's probably the fairest way, isn't it? Hello, Mr. Grubbs. How you doing? Hello, Steve. So there's 7 of them. Let's pick one. So pick a number between 1 and 7. Now, do we go for the first one it picks, or do we do best of 3, or best of 5, or only the 5th one? Or oh man, I should just press the button once and then pick whichever one it chooses. Yeah, that's what I should do. So Dan says 4. Let's see what it goes with. 6. What's 6? Ubuntu Studio. Okay. I could have picked any one of them. So there's a couple of ways you can put the ISO onto a machine. Some people use Bellina Etcher. Is it Bellina? Bellina Etcher? Etcher. That's it, Bellina Etcher. This thing, which is I think is an Electron app, and you just download it, and it's got a nice UI. You go and select the ISO image, select your USB thing, and then hit the button, and it flashes it to a USB drive. I tend to be a bit slightly hardcore, and I use a thing called Diddy Rescue, which I don't think I have installed on this system. No, I don't. Apt install GDD Rescue. I think it's called GDD Rescue because it's GNOME DD Rescue. No, GNU GDD Rescue or something like that. I think that's why. Or there's some conflict. There's 2 packages called DD Rescue, or maybe there were. It doesn't really matter. The package is GDD Rescue. Interesting news on Ubuntu Studio today. Oh, really? Tell me this interesting news on Ubuntu Studio. Hello, Silent Robot. I don't know what this news is, so... So what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing Ubuntu Studio. Ubuntu Studio. And I've got a USB key here somewhere. I think it's actually in the drive. Yes, it is. It's got Ubuntu on it. Which disk is it? It is this 8 gig disk, and it is SDB. So that's what I'm going to need to copy onto is SDB. I'm going to unmount this. So interestingly, if you hit the safely eject in here, I think it ejects. It doesn't eject the USB. It doesn't pop the USB out. That would be silly. But I have a feeling that it unmounts and then cuts the power to the USB device, so you don't see it anymore. So you can't DD onto it anymore. So I think that's probably why, in my head, I use disks and highlight the partitions and then hit the stop button to unmount them. You could just as easily do umount dev SDB1 and dev SDB2 if you like, I guess. They're no longer mounted because I've already unmounted them, etc. Anyway, let's get cracking. We've got an image from yesterday. Bill says Eric is also going to take on Fedora Jam. Yes, I saw there was a thread on the Fedora mailing list where Eric was talking about maybe doing a Fedora Jam as well as Ubuntu Studio. And yeah, that's interesting. Give people more choice. So we're going to do sudo dd rescue Ubuntu Studio, and we're going to use the -d, -d, -force options that I just always type, and we're going to copy that onto dev SDB, wasn't it? And that's it. Right, so that should splat the ISO onto the USB stick. Do I see Eric Adams? Hello, Eric. How are you doing? How's everyone doing this evening? We've got a few minutes to wait while this thing DDs. Sure acts like he knows what he's doing. I've done it a few times. Yeah, I honestly don't. So interestingly, the USB stick that I'm using is oh, I can show you actually. I can physically show you. Sorry, you've got to look at my face again. It's one of these. It's old. I've had them for ages. It's a USB 3, so it's blue. And the laptop I'm using is my old trusty X220. and the X220 has a number of variants. The one I'm using is the i7 variant. So if I go into settings and go to the about thing, I think somewhere, yeah, it's Core i7. So I only learned this recently. The X220 comes in multiple variants. There's an i3, an i5, and an i7. And this one, the i7, has a single USB 3 port on the side, but it's not coloured blue, so you wouldn't know that. But the i5 and the i3 don't have a USB 3 port. So, interesting fact for those ThinkPad aficionados. So the system that I'm running at the moment is 2004. It's Ubuntu 2004, but I'm going to wipe it and put Ubuntu Studio on here. Oh, there's some questions coming up here. C8455 says nice grey icons there. Yeah, I can see how some people don't like these, and some people do. It's a tricky one, really. You know, you're never going to please everyone with a set of icons. That's why, you know, themes exist, and that's why icon packs exist, is because people have different tastes and they like different things. Who knew the world was such a wild and diversely complex place? But when we saw these in the office, when we had this this sprint, I've probably shown you this before, but ubuntu.com/blog. Where is it? I think that was it. New theme. That's it. That's the blog post. When we were in London, so we were sat in the London office, the Canonical office, and these guys are members of the community who have worked on the Yaru theme, and then there's Matthew Paul Thomas here, works on the Canonical design team, and who else is here? I think Wayne's there somewhere. He's not in that photo. Oh, Didier Roche, who's been on the desktop team forever, and then there's me and Martin. And so we had this like list of gotchas, and one of the things we wanted was updated icons. And Wayne from the design team just came in one day, plugged his laptop into the projector and said, "Oh yeah, I've been working on some different types of icons." And when he showed them to us, we were like, "Oh my gosh, these are amazing." Are they in here? Yeah, well, so haven't got the various iterations that he did, but he showed us like 3 or 4 different types of icons, and I looked at Martin's face when he looked up at the screen and he was like, "I like those. I really, really like those." So, and as he's the director of Ubuntu Desktop, you know, he can make that decision and choose to have that. Up to him, isn't it? So yes, some people like them, some people don't. Oh gosh, yes, lots of chat going on here. Sorry if I'm missing it. Dobril says the X230 has 2 USB 3s. Does it? That makes it a slightly more attractive machine for testing. It's got a different keyboard though, hasn't it? The X230 has it's the first one with the chiclet keyboard. I think the 230 is okay, and the 240 is where they went downhill, didn't they? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Now, so I'm getting pinged on Telegram. I'm going to close Telegram because so Eric, you know what it's like when you leave Telegram open, don't you, Eric? Eric says it would be nice if the option for Suru was still there. Oh, the older icons, the orange set. Well, you know, is that possible? You know, I mean, the code base is still there, and the package is still there from the old release. You know, someone could rebuild it for the new release, and you could download that as a deb, or someone could make a snap of it or something, I guess. It's pretty tricky theming. I don't really know a lot about the intricacies of that. But yeah, that's an interesting thought, if someone could make a Suru thing. I think the thing is, we try and move forward as much as possible. As much as I'm the worst for like looking backwards and collecting old retro stuff, on Ubuntu we try and move forwards as much as possible. Oh, Eric Londo's here. Hello, Eric Londo. It's the room full of Erics. Eric Londo has the Linux++ Medium posts. You should all go and search for that right now. Or Eric should post a link to it in the chat, because it's really quite good. It's a lengthy read. If you're, short of something to read, you could definitely read Eric's Linux++ articles. They're very good. Oh, Daniel says the sewer icon theme's still in the archive. Excellent. Oh, you can just steal them from your 1910 install and just yoink them and put them on. Hello, Joseph. Funny how everything is a snap with Alan. Well, I know it's kind of annoying when I mention it all the time. I realise that, but it kind of is my job. It literally is my job. Also, don't get me started. It turns out I quite like it because it's quite useful. So take, for example, I'll give you an example of why it's quite useful. Let's look at the Raspberry Pi Foundation's YouTube channel. I think they have a video that, yes, oh look, here's a video. And I'm not going to play it, but what they've done is they've created a piece of software which makes it easy for new users to the Raspberry Pi and experienced users as well, to put images on SD cards. Okay, so they've made this piece of software. It's written in Qt and QML. It's really, really super basic. I mean, basic as in you press this button, choose an image, you press this button, choose your SD card, press this button, and it writes to the SD card. It's exactly what a new user to the Raspberry Pi ecosystem needs. They don't want to be doing run DD rescue, and nobody wants that. And they've made this thing, and it's cross-platform: Windows, Mac, Linux, right? So what if your laptop is running Ubuntu 18.04 or 16.04 or Debian from the past or something? How do you get it? Well, if you go to their webpage on GitHub, it tells you how to build it. It tells you how to compile it from scratch. And the whole raison d'etre of this application is aimed at normal people. So yeah, I made a snap of it, of course. Duh. I made a snap of it, and it's currently being reviewed by the security team, and then that will mean it's easy. You could just snap install Imager or whatever it's called and do that. So it solves real problems. I'm not trying to get on my soapbox and tell you all how much snaps are awesome, but snaps are awesome. I know some people don't like them, but hey ho, everyone's entitled to their opinion. It's all good. Just call Alan Thanos. Not sure the equating making software available to more people and wiping out half of the known universe are the same thing. Yes, sorry. Alan, will Ubuntu make a 2004 mini ISO? Says Leviticus. Hello, Leviticus. So there is a wiki page about the mini ISOs. Wiki Ubuntu mini ISO. Oh look, there it is. And somewhere here you can find the URL where they live. And you can, I mean, it's not listed here because 2004 is not out yet. So what you can do is go, so that's where the URL would be, and let's have a look and see if we can go to, what's the code name? Focal. Yes, there is a mini ISO. It's in the same place as it always has been forever. So yes, there is a mini ISO. I don't know if it supports EFI. I haven't used it on an EFI system, so it's one of those things you'll have to test, I'm afraid. 90%, nearly done. Who paid you to say snaps? So see, this is the other thing. Oh my gosh, I'm going to climb back on my horse again, right? I've been a community contributor to Ubuntu for many years, like long before I ever joined Canonical. And the goal of me doing Ubuntu in my spare time was never to join Canonical. I certainly did apply for a couple of jobs over the years, but that wasn't the intended goal because the industry I worked in was something completely different. So it wasn't the end goal I had in mind. It was just fortuitous that one day Mark Shuttleworth pinged me on IRC and asked me if I wanted a job. That was quite nice. But so I am a human being with my own thoughts, and I think Ubuntu is quite good, and I think snaps are quite good. So, I can certainly see why some people don't like certain things. There are certain things we could certainly do better, like performance. Totally. Completely agree with that. What I don't want to do is say negative things about other products. I'm not going to say anything negative about Flatpak, and I'm not going to say anything negative about AppImage, because they both have their place and people like them both, and my friends work on those things. So, all I can tell you is why I like snaps. I can't tell you why I don't like Flatpaks or why I don't like AppImages, because that would just be rude. Okay, so that's done. In theory, if I yoink this out, this USB stick out, there you go, that went boodloom, and I put it back in again, getting back on track. There we go, Ubuntu Studio 2004, so that worked. I've got a USB stick. Right, well, we're going to say goodbye to this installation now, and you know what I need to do? Someone take a note of those 7 for the next time I do that. I can recreate that. Okay, so let's shut this thing down, and I'll put the USB key in, and hopefully we'll be able to boot off of it. Hello, Tony. Do you like Hannah Montana? I don't think I've ever even downloaded Hannah Montana. It's the Wayland prototyping one, isn't it? Oh, I shut it down. I didn't turn it back on again. Hey, Alan, you have to actually press the power button on your laptop. So I've now pressed the power button. The reason why you're seeing no signal is the HDMI capture card is capturing the output. Eric says, you're here to get me off track. Well done. So that's what I want to boot from. And in theory, that's going to boot to... See, I think there's something squiffy about this USB port, because that happened the other day. If I power down the machine, right, so it's powered off. If I take that out and put it in another port, for some reason, right, so I've now put it in a non-USB 3 port. The one on the right-hand side of the ThinkPad is a USB 2 port. So if I press the blue button now, press F12 to boot, and I choose it. It boots. Weird, huh? I think there's something weird going on with that USB port on the left-hand side of my laptop. So, Ubuntu Studio. Check it out. I'm going to press F3, UK, and that's it. And then I'm going to try Ubuntu Studio without installing. What I should show you while that is booting up is what I should be doing is showing you this, the ISO tracker, because this is the guide that I should be following for this install. So if I scroll all the way down here, it's iso.qa.ubuntu.com, and somewhere down here is Ubuntu Studio. Oh, can I flick back to the laptop quickly and show you? Look, it's doing the checker, the new thing that landed recently, which checks all the files on the stick to make sure they're valid. Because that's something apparently we've learned. I didn't know this, but the people who deal with support in Ubuntu have told us that a lot of people will write a USB stick and then try and do an install and it fails. And it turns out there is a significant number of times it fails because of corruption on the USB stick. It could be the USB stick is bad, or they pulled it out too early, or any one of a myriad reasons why USB sticks get messed up. But now we force you to, well, we don't force, we have put in a checker that checks all the files. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, where was I? I was looking for Ubuntu Studio. There it is. Okay. So I have 3 sets of tests I can do here. I can do the full install, I can do the live session test, and I can do post-installation stuff. So what's the entire disk? Make sure the system boots up properly, displaying the welcome dialog. Try Ubuntu Studio. I didn't do that. So we're going to have to skip that bit. Or I can reboot and do it. Because I booted into try. So let's see if the live session... When Ubiquiti starts, select your language from the left column. So I've got to wait until it gets past all this test. This is a big image, so it takes a while. Plus it's now USB 2 and not USB 3, so it's taking longer. Use and execute. Oh, so this is a nice and easy set of tests. This is just boot the thing, noodle around on a live image, and make sure all applications function without error. Oh, crikey. That's quite broad, isn't it? It's like, make sure absolutely everything works. We shall see. Okay, so let's switch back to the laptop because it's nearly booted. There we go. Check finished, no errors found. So, So I'm just going to look at the chat while you guys are waiting for this thing to boot. Oh, you're all talking amongst yourselves. You don't need me. Right. Oh, look at that. Right. You can't see this. I can. It looks great. So one of the downfalls, pitfalls of this is because it's got the internal panel on the laptop and I'm capturing the external display, it's like 2 displays. So you can see here, I'm going off. Look, I can drag an icon across from the other display. And I need to find settings, figure out how to, here we go, mirror displays. Did that work? Now it, see, this is, I've had this with, this is XFCE, isn't it? I need to forcibly tell it that that is the resolution on the laptop and apply that. And on the external display, it is also that 1366 by 768. Apply. Boom. Okay, so now we've got a mirrored display. You can see what I can see. Look at this. Yes, so Dan, you're right. I pressed Windows P, Super P, like that, and this popped up, and it behaves slightly differently to how I'm used to it on the GNOME desktop. Oh, bum. Oh no, I've gone and pressed a button. I shouldn't have pressed it. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Oh man, I can't see anything now. Bear with me. Because I've got a second machine, I've just pressed Super P on it, like an idiot. It's gone and modified my screen layout. Bear with me just 1 second. Interlude music, talk amongst yourself. So, I just need to change my displays around. 1500. Okay, you're back in the room. Oh, that was a mild panic there. So what happened there was I just pressed a button that Dan mentioned in chat, like an idiot, and yeah, that kind of threw me a bit. Don't press random buttons told to you on a live stream. Is my tip here. Right. So yeah, when you press Super P on XFCE, you get this pop up like this, and you physically choose, and then you can go to advanced. But on GNOME, when you press Super P, it just toggles through each one of these, and there's no other options. I quite like this because it gives you a single place to go to get to the displays UI. It's quite nice. Right, where were we? Isn't there a fancy overlay chip tune? No, Dan, the amount of work Martin put in for 8-bit verses is quite incredible. I have not put that much effort in for my little live stream. So what gets installed on Ubuntu Studio? I'm supposed to be noodling through this. Audio production. Oh my gosh, how much stuff is on here? Good lord. Well, I know that one, Audacity. And I presume Audacity, I can hopefully record some audio with this. Woo! That looks like it works. Yeah, that works. That's my full test of Audacity. Can I do that? And can I export audio out as an MP3? Yeah, that looks right. Wow. What else is on here? I have never looked through all this. Oh, door. God, doesn't this need jack? Oh gosh, this is going to be scary, isn't it? Apply. Okay. Oh, what's my session name? Live band. What's the chance that I'm going to be in a live band? Testing Ubuntu Studio. Using ALSA. Can I tell it to use jack and get it to do the right thing? Did that crash, or is that just load? Oh no, it's loading. Wow, check it out. I can't remember the last time I opened this application. I am not qualified to operate this software. Absolutely not qualified at all. Wow, it looks amazing. Gosh. That's amazing. Well, that launches. Well, I'm in danger of just doing like launching every application and seeing what it does. Bracero. That's the CD burning thing, isn't it? That's going to be fun. This thing's got no optical. Oh, it has actually. It's got a docking station. What else is in here? What's DG Edit? I've never heard of that. What is this? DG Edit. Drum Gizmo. I've never heard of this. Can you tell I haven't booted up Ubuntu Studio for a long time? What else is on here? Oh, I've heard of Hydrogen. Drum machine. Oh my gosh. There's so much creative stuff on here. Is there like tutorial ones or something that I could, or am I just going to have to go like, and then, oh, this is going to be awful, isn't it? Yeah, that works. What did they configure in Ubuntu Studio for the video and graphics? I don't understand the question. This is XFCE, I believe. It looks like XFCE anyway. Someone else can correct me if I'm wrong. Gosh, what's Kid 3 cute? What is this? Oh, this looks like it's a ID3 tag editor. Wow, this is so cool. I should be able to open that MP3 that I saved out earlier. Where did that go? There. And then fiddle with the tags. And then save them back out. Huh. Oh my gosh. Another application I've never used. And nobody got time for editing. I used to edit my ID3 tags like religiously. I'd import some audio and then I'd get all upset about the order of tracks in an album, and I'd get all oh, just create it now. Yes, you should just do this. You shouldn't ask me that. You should just do it. Oh, is this the music tracker thing? I don't think I've ever used this either. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, I've seen who have I seen play with this? I've seen a YouTuber play with this and just sit and like make music. Is it Ghost 67? Is that who I'm thinking of? I think it is. That was fascinating watching. You should go and find Ghost 67. He's made some music with this, and it impresses me every time because I have no musical capability whatsoever. I can barely play chopsticks. What's MuseScore? Is this music? Why would you ask someone that? US International, no. UK QWERTY, thank you very much. Choose your workspace. Oh, I'm advanced, obviously. Did I see these tools? Well, okay. Enjoy MuseScore. Oh, it's music notation software. Okay. Okay, I see what this is. Wow. Nothing's crashed so far, and we're running this whole thing off the live environment. It never ceases to amaze me that we can chuck a whole load of software on a USB stick and just use it live. I remember when that was a mind-altering thing. When what was the first one that came out that everyone... Knoppix. Was it Knoppix? I think it was. Hey, Don. Hey, Sneaky. Ghosty, that's it. How you doing, Sneaky? Oh, what's this? Petri Fu. What? What is this? Oh, help me, he's over there. Petri Fu. Don't know what this is. Okay, let's go and have a look at their SourceForge page. There's a fork of another thing I've never heard of. Oh, it's a sampler. Oh, okay. Neat. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I see. So you can sample something in and then use the keyboard to like play it at different tones and fiddle about with the EQ and all that kind of stuff. Oh, this is mind-blowing for me. What else is in here? Pure data. What is that? Oh dear, this is an application from the past. Yeah, okay. Gosh, this looks like OS2. That's not an insult. There's a lot of applications that are still quite usable. Is this using like WX widgets or something? It's a real-time graphical programming environment for live interactive computer music. Wow. I have no idea what I'm doing with this. I get really frustrated when I see distro reviews where they just go through the menu and launch everything and go, oh, it's got this and this and this. I'm really sorry, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm not reviewing it. I'm actually doing the QA. Ah, that's right. Station 67. That's what he is now. That's right. Yeah, I mentioned in the comments of one of his videos that I'd never seen anyone use LMMS, and he very kindly made a little video like like the following week or a couple of days later. And I know what that is. That's jack control, isn't it? Yeah, I like the look of that. I think that's always pleased me, this jack audio connection kit thing. I don't know why. It just reminds me of, I don't know, software. I love the little bit of light on there that makes it look like it's a glass display that's like bulging out. I don't know why that pleases me, but it does. You are right, Justin. This is just going to be me poking at stuff and saying, what the hell is this? I've never seen this. What is this? Oh. Oh. Ray session. Well, it launches, whatever it is. Oh, a predecessor to Sonic Pi, was it? Oh, okay. Snooper Looper. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. Isn't this just beautiful? Looks like, what's it called? What's the name of the computer in Star Trek? LCARS. It looks a bit like LCARS interface, doesn't it? Actually, that's the name of the interface, isn't it? LCARS, and the actual computer is called something else. Duotronics or something. I think it's called Duotronics. Some Star Trekky person will tell me that at some point. That didn't launch. What was that? Jack, multi-channel. Where did that go? Should that... Okay. Should that have gone somewhere? Then add sub for power time, real-time software synthesizer. By Jove, I think we found one that won't launch. How it's in add sub FX. I wonder if we can launch it from the terminal. Z. Oh, Z. Oh man. User share applications. Z. There we go. Is there multiple? Which one did I launch? Jack multi-channel, so I assume it's this thing here. So all I'm doing is trying to look at the desktop file for it to see what the command is to launch the thing, and it looks like the exec is this. So if I run that from the command line and see if it gives me any error message. Terminate after throwing an instance of Jack. So is it only going to work if Jack is running? So if I start that and then do this again. Ooh, different errors. Jack must have the same buffer size. Oh my gosh, what? Is there some buffer size thing? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Where is that? Oh, we've had a crasher. We've had a crasher. Good. Unknown errors are best errors. So I seem to have killed Jack D. Not the comedian. What did it say? Jack must have the same buffer size. Where does it say what the buffer size? Oh, buffer size, 256 samples. Is there a thing that says samples somewhere? I didn't see anything that said samples. So I'm going to send this. Send it! I'm going to have to fill in a bug report that says, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to have to log in now. Right, so here's the thing. You need to have an Ubuntu SSO account. This is just going to be me logging in and then... Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to find my password because I don't know it off the top of my... Doopy-doopy-doo. Right, bear with me just one moment as I move this off screen and then, yeah, I've got it in the right field, and then type my password in blind. Let's hope that was right. And that, and these key presses. I hope nobody's like watching my webcam and see me typing in this password. Okay, I got that right. Now I need my two-factor authentication token thing. All very complicated. Right, let me just press this button. Woohoo! I am now logged into Launchpad. Okay. Jack D crashed with that in that. I'm going to file this. Oh, look. Jack crashes a bit. Oh, man. I was testing Ubuntu Studio daily image from... Oh gosh, which one did I do? It was was it yesterday's? It was 2020-03-04. Launched whatever that thing was called that I opened in the terminal with QJackCTL running. Got a crash. See if I could try and do that again. See if it's reproducible. So the crashes, they end up in var crash. In there. Oh, there you go. So they start off, it's whoopsie is the thing that gathers these, and it puts the crash in here. And then once it's uploading, it puts an upload thing in here. And then I think once it's finished uploading, it puts them in there. And the reason why these are interesting is because the crashes end up here, errors.ubuntu.com. And so I can say, show me all the errors from 2004. There we go, in the past week. Takes a little while because this is a big database with lots of crashes in it. What, Alan? You're saying Ubuntu is unstable and crashes a lot? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we gather some of those crashes so that we can analyze them. Oh, look, some crashes that have been happening. Hey, look, that's the one from the other day that I had, the tracker miner one. Yeah, so lots of things in here. And this gives you an idea of how well, relatively, whether it's important or not, because, you know, if it's happening a lot, then, you know, there's maybe a problem with this package. And it tells you when this particular style of crash was first seen and when it was most recently seen. What else is interesting? And if it's been converted into a bug report, then the bug report will be linked over here. Sometimes they're not converted into a bug report. Maybe there's nothing common about them, or maybe it's just, I don't know, a bug somewhere else or something. I don't know. But there's a bug triage team that will turn these. There's a button you can press in here somewhere that turns one of these into one of those. So yeah, he's on the QA team, so that's why that happened. But look, that's been happening. That crash has been happening for years in Wayland. So, you know. X-Wayland crashes when Gnome Shell goes away. It's not really a bug, but could be handled a little better. Look at the duplicates. Look at all the duplicates of that. Oh, my life. This, boys and girls, is why we don't ship Wayland by default. So anyway, that's where the errors go. And you can optionally turn them into bug reports, which is what I'm doing here. I don't have a lot else to tell them. Using pad 220 wasn't easily able to reproduce it. Now, it could be that somebody else has already filed this, and my bug will get marked as a duplicate of theirs. That's entirely possible. Oh, you guys. Right. So, I've sent that bug. Now, you'll notice the information on this page is private, and the reason for that is because it contains a core dump, which contains, well, could contain anything, right? It's got information that was in memory at the time. And so the bug is made private, and then a bot will analyze all the stuff that was uploaded, including that core dump. And if it's cleaned, then the bug will automatically be turned by a bot from being a private bug into a public bug, so more developers can see it. However, there are bug triagers who have access to this, even though it's a private bug report. You can personally change it. You can go over here and press this button and say make it public. You could do that, but I'm not going to do that. So yeah, that's just a little bit of how bug triage happens. Anyway, back to randomly clicking on applications that I don't understand. What else have we got in here? I think we got to the end of audio production. Graphic design. Oh my god, there's loads in here. Should we start at the bottom for this one? Synfig. Now, there's a guy on YouTube who uses Synfig Studio, and he makes videos which are reproductions of TV idents. I wonder if I can find him. I can't remember what his channel is. Recreated TV ident. I wonder if he'll pop up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Found him straight away. Boom. Dave Jeffrey. So he uses Synfig to make these, which are reproduction, like TV idents that would have happened in the past. So in the north of England, there was a TV network called Tyne Tees Television, and this is what it would have looked like. But he's made this with Synfig and Critter and other free software tools. It's just brilliant, and I could sit and watch his stuff all day because it's all brilliant, and it reminds me of like TV channels that I used to watch as a child. Is that another one of his? Yes. Television South. TVS. Oh dear. Yeah. So does he mention down here somewhere? Bum, bum, bum. God. So this is like taking me back to the 1980s. Anyway, that's not helping me test this. Although I have just tested video playback in a browser on this distro, so that's good. So he uses this. I highly recommend people go and check out Dave Jeffrey. His stuff is great. And Scribus. Some people call it Scribus. Scribus. Isn't this the thing? The only time I've ever used this is to make trifold, like those, like but three-way rather than two-way split. You can go. Oh, maybe you can't. I can't remember how you do it. From template brochures. Oh, there you go, like that. Okay. It's great. Scribus. So you can make a threefold. So you print that out, and you've got a front and a back, and obviously, like that's the front page, and then these are inside. Once you've folded it, like in the correct way, it's brilliant. And you could use this to make like threefold leaflets. Scribus is great. So Scribus works. Pico Pixel. You know what I'm doing? I'm learning about applications that are in the Ubuntu archive that I've never heard of before. Is this a... How about that? Self-portrait. I think that works. What was this called? Pico Pixel or something? This is so cool. Pico Pixel. Never heard of it. Brilliant. I like that. I don't think we need to save that piece of art, do we? LRF viewer. LRF files. Oh, Sony ebook files. That's a bit puzzling. What's that doing on here? I don't know. Ubuntu Studio. I don't know. Do people read a lot of ebooks on Ubuntu Studio? I haven't got any LRF files. Definitely haven't got any LRF files, so I can't really test that very well. I guess I could try and download one, but Critter. Rocco. I missed my calling. What, art? Do you know do you know how I learned to draw that face? Right, I can't draw anything. It's from a video. Guess what? On YouTube, everyone. What's it called? It's something like people say they can't draw. Good Lord, I'm good at this Googling tonight. See you later, Steve. Oh dear. Oh, adverts. Only we could block adverts. Go away. Can I skip ads? Yes, I can. Right, so watch this video. This is also great. Yeah, it's TED Talk, why people think they can't draw and how to prove they can, by this guy Graham Shaw. It's great. So he has a whole audience and he gives them pens and paper and he gets them drawing faces, and he just tells you how, just with a few lines. It's just like, do a line here, do a line here, do a line here, 66 for eyes, and there you've got a a thing, a face. It's great. So yeah, that's a good video to watch as well. So this is Critter, and I don't know how to use this one either. Gosh, but it launches. What version have we got in here? 428. Amazing. Anyway, that launches. David Revoy. Is that the person who uses Critter to do cartoons? I think it might be. Oh, I've skipped a few, haven't I? Whoops, sorry about that. I was on Critter, wasn't I? Let's do Inkscape and let's do GPic as well. Let's open a few, see how it copes. Wow. So that's what version of the GIMP is this? About. Who puts the about up there? About should be down here, shouldn't it? 2.10.14. Well, this seems to work. Okay. Again, with the what was it he did? He did an where's your pen? Where's the pen? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, whoops. We've established this, haven't we? What did he do? Nose. 66 for the eyes. What was next? A line, and then a thing for the mouth, and then zigzags for, and then a line down like that, and a line down like that, and then that, and like that. Yeah, GIMP works. Pick seems to work. Pick a color. I can pick any of those, and it's picking them right. That works. With Inkscape. I don't know what to do here, but it launches. What else we got? Font Forge. Oh, crikey. Lord. How do you get it to show you fonts? Open font. Where are my fonts? Can I do it like that? User share fonts. Oh, whoops. Oh, now you have to actually go and fonts. Fonts. There we are. Fonts. True type. Golly, this thing has a ton of fonts installed. Okay, that works. Sweet. Does Super launch the menu? No, it doesn't. Is it Alt F1 or something? What's the keyboard shortcut? No, that's that one. F3. Ooh, Application Finder. Hey, that's really nice. That's on Alt F3. Like a little pop-up menu, like the dash, as was. Font Viewer. Drag it into this area. Right, where's the file manager? There. Let's go to user share fonts true type. Ubuntu, and then just go whoop. Magic. License. Font license 1.0. Sweet. What's next? Ebook viewer. I haven't got any ebooks on here. Open a book from your computer. I wonder if I've got some somewhere else that I could copy over. Bear with me just one moment. See if I've got any ebooks. I'm not saying everyone has to do this when they're testing stuff. You know. Oh, I have ebooks. I've got a folder full of ebooks. These are all PDFs, which are useless, I would imagine. I think it really wants EPUBs. Let's see if we can find an EPUB. No, I haven't got any EPUBs. Or do I? No, I don't. Those are files that have the letters EPUB in them, but no actual. Oh. Open a book. Yeah, I haven't got one. Sorry, ebook viewer. Blender. Crikey. No wonder this ISO is big. It's got everything on it. Kitchen sink and everything. Yes, GoSan, this is indeed oh gosh. Oh, how do you use this? I don't know. Is it that one? No. No. Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Rotate view, rotate box. That one. Hey, there we go. Gosh, Blender is amazing, but I don't have the brain. I don't have the 10 times brain for Blender, I don't think. A friend of mine made me a video. I asked him, hey, I really need a rotating logo thing. And he was like, okay. And like a day later, he had it done in Blender, sent me the Blender source files. And I could fiddle around with somebody else's like Blender file, but myself, I can't. Dark table. Ah, that's the photo thing, isn't it? Huh. I haven't got any photos handy. Where can you import from? Import from a folder, I guess. So I bet I can go print screen. Assume that saves. Yep. Save that. And then in Darktable, I should be able to import an image from the pictures folder. Okay. That works then. Nice. Never got into this. My photos are all hickledy-pickledy in folders all over the place. Entangle? What on earth is that? What does this do? What is entangle? Present on. Is this like a showing images from a camera? Yeah, in space. Image viewer. I honestly don't know what on earth this is. This is a voyage of discovery, is it not? Angle application. See, you could just like tell me what it is. And there we go. Lets you remotely control digital cameras. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's handy. Oh, wow. And it supports Canon. I have a Canon and I have a USB cable. Let's see if it works. Let me get my camera. Right. Oh man, has it got a battery in it? Yes. I need a... Oh. I haven't got one of those USB cables. No, I don't. Oh, it's big fat USB cable. Unfortunately. Handy. Can't test. Okay, well, that's what I need to make a note of because I'd never heard of that and I didn't realise you could do that. So I'm going to have a play with that another time. See in the chat. Yes, Rocco. 3 hours later. See, the thing is, I am learning as I go. The next time I do this, I'll be a lot faster because I won't be going, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Rapid photo. Oh, I've heard of this. This is the thing where you can like chuck SD cards in and it just goes and grabs all the images off the camera. Yep, that's awesome. Hey, don't you worry, chaps. We've got another 25 categories left to go. Raw therapy. Hey, DT, how you doing? What is this? Oh, is this photo manipulation thing? I think. I have no idea. Q Alan saying, I don't know what this is. Again and again and again. Yeah. Interesting. Ristretto image viewer. So this is just an image viewer, I guess. Open that. Can't be unsurprised that works. Is that everything? Graphics utilities. Oh man, there's loads more. Create 3D LUT. What? Don't know what. I guess if you knew, you'd know you need this thing, right? How long have we been doing this now? Over an hour. Has it been over an hour? And I'm just noodling around. Good lord. Curves. I love curves. Yeah, color calibration stuff, I guess. I had no idea there was this much stuff on Ubuntu Studio. Color space correction stuff, is that what it is? It's like, woo! An update is available. Okay, go for it. Do your thing, man. Display calibration and characterization. What does it do? How does it... I just don't know. DT, I would be exactly the same with Kali Linux as well. I don't know what any of that pen testing stuff is. I think the only two things I would recognize on that is like TCP dump and Kismet. Probably the only things. You should let your display warm up for 30 minutes before commencing measurements. Good lord. Does it actually know what... Wow. It can see my Chromecasts and stuff. Wow. Surely I need an external color detection thing. A colorimeter, that's it. Yes, I don't have one of those. If your display is a plasma TV... Wow. This is amazing. I mean, I appreciate if you're going to be doing that kind of stuff, you need the right equipment for that. That was that one, wasn't it? Document scanner. Is this simple scan? There is a scanner in the house. It should find it. Does it find network scanners? Yes, it has. Check it out. So if I say scan, no. Hang on, it found one, but decided not to actually... Actually, it might not be on. Well, the fact that it found it is a good start for me. That's also color profiling stuff, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't have anything that works with that. Boom, 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 boom. Image magic. Yeah. Still the best photo noodling thing ever. Boom. Yep. That works. Oh my gosh. Can I just remind you all, I am doing this. Hang on, let me show you. I'm doing this. I am use and execute the default applications found for the desktop environment being run. All applications should function without error. I can't say we're comprehensively testing all these applications, but you know, it's better than not testing them. That's what I say. Yeah. Test chart editor. What? White patches new. Oh, test chart. Is that like a test card? No. Create test chart. Go. I don't know what this is. Is there any help for this? No. Well, did it do anything? It created a bunch, put a bunch of colors down here. Wow. If some, professional design person stumbles across this video, they're going to be horrified by my lack of knowledge of anything in this folder. I haven't got any VRML files, unsurprisingly. I wonder if that's a thing. Like, make a USB stick that's got sample files of everything. Like, has one ebook, a PNG, a JPEG, an EPUB, PDF, like one of everything, just to try out every single application. Just like double click everything. Yes, that's right. I could just say it's bloat. That would But the thing is, if you need this stuff, you need this stuff. It's like a thing you need. Well, good news, everyone. The video production folder is smaller. Who'd have thought it? So we've tried Blender already. I don't think we've tried DVD NG. Oh my gosh, I haven't played with DVD for years. Do people still make super video CDs? Really? Gosh. Yeah. Can't remember the last time I made a DVD. What's NV24? Did that do anything? Can I just remind everyone again? We're running off a live USB stick, and all these applications are just happily launching away on my laptop. I love it. What was that? MV control. Mixer and GUI control for MV bass sound effects. Well, maybe I don't have that sound card, so that's why it's not launching. Maybe. Who knows? Could be. What else? Caden Live. Ooh. What video editor do you guys use in here? I know there's some of you who do make videos. Do any of you use Caden Live? I used it the other day to convert some video that OBS created as MKVs. And I used it to just re-render it out as an MP4. I could have just used FFmpeg on the command line, but it was actually easier to just drag it into the timeline in Caden Live, hit the render button, choose MP4, and hit go. I couldn't be bothered to go and look up all the FFmpeg parameters, so I just used Caden Live. I was like, well, that worked. Interesting. OBS. That works. Sweet. This is a bit meta, using OBS, and I'm actually sending this to you guys using OBS. Yeah, that's a good point. What was that MV thing? MV24 control. No cards found. What a surprise. OpenShot. Oh, OpenShot's on here as well. Wow. It's award-winning open source video editor. Project files, yeah, go away. Anyone use OpenShot? I haven't tried it for a long time. The last time I tried it, it was super crashy, and I think the weird thing is everyone has a bad experience with one of the editors on Linux. You'll always hear someone say, oh, OpenShot's really crashy, or someone else will say, Caden Live was really crashy for me. I don't know what that is. Why are we getting an update available? Oh, no. Okay. Interesting. Didn't realize they shipped multiple. See, this is where Ubuntu Studio deviates from the original goal of Ubuntu by shipping multiple different things that do the same job. And I can kind of see why with this case, because some people prefer this one, some people prefer this one. So I can see why, there's multiple versions in here. But yeah, the original, it's Pitivi as well. The original goal of Ubuntu was like one text editor, one Office product, one browser. You don't need two web browsers. If you want a different web browser, you go and download a different web browser. As simple as that. But please choose a working FFmpeg. Okay. Flow Builder. I don't know what this is. Slow-mo UI. Is this for creating slow-mos out of videos or something? Change the speed of a video clip based on a curve. Ooh. Hey, that's pretty cool. So you can have like an easing effect. Simulates motion blur. Huh. I had no idea that existed. Subtitle editor. Is that for doing SRT files? Are they SRT files? Oh, I don't know. I haven't got any videos that have got these. Doobie-doobie-doo. Voco screen. I like Voco screen. The UI's changed quite a bit in version 3. I think they've done a rewrite. This whole thing has changed. These buttons are down the side, I think. And yeah, you're using FFmpeg under the covers. Yeah, very nice. Did that work? Yes, that worked. That's really nice. Look, that's super smooth. I mean, it is only recording at 1366 by 768 at 25 frames a second, but Voco screen is a really good editor. Oh, hi, Nate. I just like to listen to my voice. Oh, that's very nice of you to say, Nate. I realise, you're not here for the Ubuntu. No burners are currently available. Possibly the disks are in use and cannot get access. Please unmount and restart the application. No disk is in the drive. There is no drive. There is no drive in this system. So, yeah. What's XJDO? Oh my gosh, this kind of... Oh. That's very funny. On-screen display. What is this? Is this a video player of some kind? Looks like it. Looks like one that's... Interesting. Cool. I think that's all of those, isn't it? The rest are accessories. Oh my god. Bulk rename catfish file search. Wow. There is a lot in here. KDE Connect as well. Good lord. Oh my gosh. I wonder if we could just launch everything. Right. How much disk space is this all? I don't know actually. Well, it's an 8 gig stick. So I don't know how big the ISO was. I can't mount the disk because it's ZFS. I don't want to tell you. Yeah, it's very much like everything is installed on here. I think we've covered enough of the bespoke things in here. This is impressive, don't you think? This is like to be able to squish all this stuff. And we haven't really stumbled upon many problems, really. There's only a couple of applications. Well, only one really that crashed, and that's probably because I don't know how to use Jack. Right. So what I might do is install it, because what I'm going to do is reboot. And how do you reboot? I'm actually going to reboot and do the install. I think that would be a useful thing to do. I don't want to log out. Do you know what's easier? Shut down PlayStation now. What's your favourite way to shut down the system? Crikey, loads of chatter going on. Oh, sorry, Ghost San, I missed your comment asking me to do a snap list. I don't think they ship any snaps at all. I don't think so, anyway. Right, let's do an install. Yes, I don't know Jack. That's right. Grab that sound sample, use it wherever you like. Right, so I'm going to do this test here. Not this one. This one. The system boots properly, loads the installer, displaying the welcome dialog and the language selection. And try Ubuntu Studio and install Ubuntu Studio. So that's if I just let it run and don't interrupt it. Well, my problem was last time I interrupted, so I'm just going to leave it, and it's going to count down, and I should get the 2. Oh, I see, Farron. You have to use log out in order to shut down. I see. Or just type reboot, or I just hold the power button down. You guys. Ah, so you type power off to power off. Ah, silent. So you start an application, it invokes Jack, links the audio for you. I've never been able to understand Jack. Mind you, I've never had an application that needed it, to be fair. Swells. Too much stress and too many things to do in my life. I'm too lazy to test ISOs. Well, it is fair to say that there should be enough people in the community to test stuff for you. And it's always actually, I think, good to have a different set of eyeballs on your stuff. I get pinged by friends who say, hey, I've created this thing. They send me a link to their thing. And I launch it and I go, oh, it crashed when I did this. And they're like, why? What did you do? Like, well, I just opened it and like moved the window to one side or something and crashes it. I think it's, if you're developing a thing, often you'll use it in exactly the way that you designed to use it, and you won't go off-piste. You won't do anything that deviates from the path that you know that it works in. I've been to trade shows before where we've shown off buggy software or prototype software, shall we say, and you know, you've gone through a very specific path. You know, you press a button, you scroll only a third of the way up because you know if you scroll any further, it's going to break. And then you press another button and you swipe, and then you restart the demo and you do something else and you close that application. And I think a lot of early software is done like that, and you can spot it. You know, when someone's giving a demo, you can usually see, you know, why won't they scroll a little bit further? Why won't they show me that other screen? You know, it's pretty obvious sometimes. Swell says very few test Focal. Everyone does the LTS. This is an LTS. Focal is an LTS. Linux Hype says, I really want to try out 2004, but life feels empty without the AUR. Really? Okay. Right, it's booted again, and I'm going to have to do my Super P thing in order to get it to... So I'm going to do advanced. I'm going to say laptop resolution. Yep, 3768. That one also 13. Here are them. Hi. Trickster, you didn't do what I asked. Whoops, that's not right. That's right. Man. Why does XFCE not understand? I want the same resolution on both. Right, done. Yes, well, this is an old laptop, so it has this resolution. Right, are we going to start the install? So the instructions say, click on the Install Ubuntu Studio icon. The keyboard layout screen appears. No, it doesn't. I think I have to press continue. Then the keyboard layout screen appears. There we go. Choose my keyboard, test it down here, make sure all my funky keys work. Yep, that looks good. Make sure the proposed keyboard corresponds with your keyboard, just in case you want to follow along at home. this is what I'm doing. I'm doing the QA tracker for install entire disk, Ubuntu Studio, AMD64, Focal DVD, and we are currently on step 2 of however many steps there are. Yeah, that looks good. We can continue. On the screen preparing to skipped another bit. This needs updating. So, download updates. I'm not going to choose that. Well, I should. I should just leave all the defaults. I'll just leave the defaults. Surely there should be a... maybe not. Okay. On the screen, preparing to install machine. Note the availability of the following components. If network is available. Oh, we got that. Download updates. It asks you if you're plugged into a power source. Oh, I didn't test that. Let's try that. I wonder if it changes if I yank the network cable out the back of this thing. So I'm pulling the network cable out, and I'm going to pull the power out. Oh, no, if I pull the power out, you'll lose the display, I think. Oh, no. That works. Woohoo! So if we go forwards now. Ah, look at that. Clever. Because it realizes we've got no network. I'm just going to say I don't want network. I thought it would say about the battery down here. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to plug it back in anyway. But I'm good to know that it detected no network and then grays that one out. So Swell says, I think you know how to install this. I do, but I want to make sure that the experience matches the QA test. Do install third-party updates. Well, I'm going to not, because I'm doing the default install. Just like click continue and see what I get at the end. You can reinstall again and choose to add those extra bits, but or not. Installation type. Select erase disk and install Ubuntu Studio. That's what I want to do. I'm not going to choose advanced because that will give me like ZFS and stuff like that. I don't need that. Donk. Click on the continue button. If there's only one hard disk in the system, the button should read install now. I think it did, didn't it? I am in London-ish. Right, here we go. Oh man, we've got to come up with a name. Oh no, we don't, because this will always be Deep Thought. Deep Thought. I put in a password. Require my password, yes. And away she goes. Install Rooney. Thank you for choosing Ubuntu Studio. Yeah, Wadden. PPAs are great, but they were never actually designed for end users. PPAs were designed for developers to be able to prototype and build their software and build like early releases of their software as devs in Launchpad. It wasn't actually ever supposed to be as popular as it is. It was supposed to be so a developer can, you know, make sure their stuff builds before they upload it to like the Debian or Ubuntu archive. But it kind of got out of hand, and everyone, you know, who's anyone could throw a PPA together and just throw software into it. Yeah, it's funny. Some of the most popular PPAs you just wouldn't expect. They're quite mad. Oh, Silent. I'm a massive Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fan. Massive. So, yes, there are a few Hitchhiker's Guides references. One of my machines is called Hacktar. Yeah, and this one is called Deep Thought. I don't think I've got any other other computers. Oh, Marvin as well, obviously. Duh. Yeah, it's very useful having PPAs, being able to build your software, you know, and test it building, and the fact that it builds for multiple architectures as well. So you can just push a source package and you get 32-bit, 64-bit, ARM, even Deb's built for mainframes. It's amazing. See you later, Swells. Yeah, I'm not surprised. This is taking a little while. I mean, it is a USB 2 port as well. That doesn't help. And it's large. Yeah, Wadden. We're aware of the theming inconsistencies. A lot of those have been fixed, though, thankfully. So most of them don't have that problem. Some do. Some do. Certainly do. And we need to fix those. I need to know specifically which ones, though, because most of the ones I use are all fixed now. We did a whole load of work at the end of last year to fix all the theming stuff with snaps. And it was frustrating, like having different mouse cursor and the theme not applying and it looking different. Your applications would look out of place. That was frustrating. Yeah, we've got a whole team working on performance improvements as well. There's there's people looking at the various compression algorithms because snaps are compressed files, they're squashfs files. There are people analyzing the relative difference between one compression algorithm and another and how that either benefits or adversely affects how long an application takes to load. And different applications obviously are very different and profile differently. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do there, but they are working on it. Yeah, it was mouse cursors annoyed me. When you get the little hand cursor, is kind of annoying. Hello, Frederick. How are you doing? Oh, someone wanted me to do snap list, didn't they? Yeah, hasn't got any. Is there any benefits using Ubuntu Studio over running Ubuntu and installing the creative software you require? I don't know. I guess having all of that stuff, ready to hand is quite nice. And having a relatively lightweight desktop like XFCE is helpful as well. So Justin says move to ZSTD. Turns out that isn't a benefit for every different type of application. Seriously, there's 140 people, 180 people watching this nonsense. How many people got better things to do? Good Lord. Well, it's nice of you all to be here. Thank you. I should look more sincere when I do that. Hello. So it's nighttime here. I should really be really quiet. But thank you. Thank you very much. Feel free to subscribe. I don't do this very often. They're mostly much shorter videos. They're not like lengthy, me noodling around loads of menus. But thank you for being here anyway. As 20 people stop watching. Oh, Esnex, what's your latest video about? See you later, Rocco. Hello, Celtic Fox, or Celtic. Is it Celtic Fox? I guess. Yeah, Sam's in the room next to me, just in the room next door. Nate, you say you wish I did this more often, dude. I've done a video every day. Oh dear. Does it use a different kernel? That's a great question, Mitchell. Oh, it uses the low latency kernel. Well, there you go. That's fascinating. There you go. Uses the low latency kernel. I don't know if that makes any difference. It clearly must do. Otherwise, they wouldn't have chosen it. Red Hat 6.2 on your 20-year-old Pentium 2. Oh, is this that desktop machine, Esnix, that had wacky video processing cards in it? Is it that one? Boom! Install finished. Right. So I guess we just restart. Dan, there is no danger of me turning into an influencer in any way. I am under no illusion. Right. Reboot, pull the USB stick out, and in theory, this will boot into Ubuntu Studio. Apologies for the flicker. That's unfortunately a side effect of having that the video card capture thing. Okay, it's booting. You can't see that, but it is. Boom. Now, oh, this is a feature I miss. Watch this, watch this. I move my mouse away. Where's it gone? Back. Where's it gone? It's gone. And I'm back. So this is definitely using LightDM, because this is a feature of LightDM that the login dialog appears on whichever screen the mouse is on. And I love that, because I can move the mouse to the internal display and type my password in here. If I move over here, you can see I've already typed it in on the other screen. Brilliant. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. Kennedy says you'll switch to Linux Mint. Okay. Where's my brightness controls? This is very dark. There it is. Right, I need to press Super P, don't I? Go through that dance again. Let's say mirror the displays. The resolution afterward. I can see why people like using Linux Mint. It's really popular, isn't it? Cinnamon is quite nippy. I hear good things about that. Only ever test it in VMs. I don't really know myself. Welcome, Kennedy from Brazil. Yeah, Abe. I mean, oh, you can use on the other flavors. You can do apt install Ubuntu Studio installer. That's clever. That's clever. Quarth, yes. The person who's looking after Ubuntu Cinnamon was in the chat about half an hour ago. So, yes. Solus is very nice. It's very lean, isn't it? Right. Software updater. Hello, get over here. What are you doing over there? New software. I mean, there's not going to be a lot of updates, is there? 25 meg. Some. All right, I might as well install those. But that's successful. I've successfully installed Ubuntu Studio. Happy days. Good bit of QA there. Anything else anyone wants me to see noodling around on this system while I'm Ubuntu Studio IRC? What does that do? Yeah, I think we'll do Mate another day. Oh, look at this. Oh. I am not a robot. Oh my gosh. These are all traffic lights, aren't they? There you go. Hello, team. I just installed Ubuntu Studio on my X220 for 2004. Great success. Oh dear. Computer is up to date. Hey! Well, you're on YouTube. Oh dear me. Yes, how do you pronounce it? Is it vpsych1? I guess. Yeah, it is a bit late. So I've shown you guys this before. If you go to lists.ubuntu.com and you scroll down to development lists, no, scroll down to package upload and automatic notification lists, and you see this list here. This is a mailman mailing list, focal changes. Every time a package is uploaded to the archive, an email is sent to this mailing list. And so if I click through, we're in March, you can see every package and every version of every package that's been uploaded. Oh, that was an upload of Ubuntu Studio there, look, by Eric. So yeah, these are all the uploads, and this is in date order. So the most recent, will be this thing that was uploaded 2250, which is like an hour ago, if that. So yeah, it's pretty relentless. Oh look, Rick's on it with all the Kubuntu stuff. So Rick works on Kubuntu. Good lord, he's busy. Yeah, and then you'll spot other names, like, so you can see all the K related stuff is all Rick. But Rick works on other stuff as well. Oh look, there's Martin updating Steam. Brilliant. When did he do that? Was that today? Yeah, it was today. They had a hackathon in Frankfurt. I say hackathon. I've seen the photos from the pub afterwards. It looks more like a drinkathon. So there was a question that just saw pop up. Luke Blevin says, will Canonical create an immutable system like OS Tree? Well, we already have. It's called Core. And that is an immutable system. So yeah, it's designed for IoT and stuff. We looked at making an immutable desktop, but it's actually really, really hard. We started looking at that years ago, and I think we gave up for a while because we had other things that were priorities. But yeah, we did look at making a thing like Silverblue or OS Tree, but at the moment we have Ubuntu Core, which is an immutable system. You could build on top of that for IoT or drones or robots or cars or whatever. But it's that kind of thing. Danny says, is there an RSS version of those packages? Yeah, I guess there might be. There might be. I don't know. Local changes. I wonder if you can. Is there just a? It's dangerous doing a search online. I don't know. There might be somewhere in Launchpad. So where would that be? Where would it be? Uploaded to Focal. I wonder if there's an RSS feed for this. Latest uploads, all uploads. Focal queue. Is there an RSS for this? View page source. RSS? Nope. Atom? Nope. I don't know. I don't know is the answer. Maybe. Because I know that there are some people who follow particular projects in their RSS reader, and it's entirely possible that there is an RSS feed in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know where that would be. An RSS for milestones. I have a horrible feeling you can just like monkey with the URL in some way and just like get /+ feed or something like that. Oh, I don't know what it is. I mean, Launchpad is open source. You could go and look at the source code to find out. Mitchell asks, will the 2004 Mini ISO be similar to the 1804? I don't think there's anything significant change there that I'm aware of. Don't think so. Everyone's gone quiet. I've told them they're on YouTube. Right. Are we done? Have we done enough for today? I think we have. It's nearly midnight. I've been going for 2 hours now. Normally I don't do this. I normally don't do 2 hours of just noodling around. What's more common is to just do a specific test, like install the desktop, or do an upgrade, or install over the top, or something like that. But if you enjoy these, then I'm happy to do more of these. Leave a comment down below. Do subscribe to this nonsense, and I'll do more of it. And if you have any suggestions for things to do next, I'm certainly going to look at the other flavors as we go over the next few days. So tune in for that. I'll probably use the randomizer again, but remove Ubuntu Studio from the list. So we use random.org to pick Ubuntu Studio, so it was fair. So I'll reduce that down to 6 next time for the other flavors, and then we'll just pick one of those. Or alternatively, if there's something specific you want to see in one of the flavors, leave a comment, let me know, or contact me on Telegram or one of the very many other ways you can get in touch with me. I can show you how easy it is to get in touch with me. If we open Firefox, I have a contact thing. Just go to my website, popey.com. Oh gosh, where is it? I said it's really easy to contact me, but it's not actually. Oh, just tweet me or something. I've got a wiki on here, but I don't know the URL. How sad is that? The URL is bookmarked on my other PC. Anyway, thank you everyone. Yes, you did join at the last minute. We could go for another 2 hours if you like, but I'm not gonna do that. Noel suggests do compiling source code to deb files. No. Short answer, no. And the reason no is because it's really hard, and the net result is something that only works on specific platforms and specific distros and specific architectures. So I'm doing my best to not build debs anymore, and you'll probably realize why. Okay, thanks again everyone. Thank you, Sleepy. That's the good alternative option. See you all soon. Have a good evening, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.